What's up, everyone? It is I, the KINGPIN. One other edition of Hey, Suntan Superman, always in effect, king of the streets. Prophet, my man, King Mega. And the White Claw Outlaw. I wanted to give you a new one, but that's the only thing. But the pause for the cause, my man John Poz here from the two-man power trip. You know, it's an honor for us to be on our show, man. Because I was on this guy's show, class act, man. Anybody who does interviews is like the red carpet treatment. He sent me caviar. I never had caviar before. I was treated real well, you know. But hey, guys, how's everything? It's Friday. I got nothing to do. Gonna get fucking high. No, just kidding.
It's actually Saturday here. I'm in the future.
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Oh man, but hey man, Mega, how you doing, man?
What's up, man? Yo, man. I know you're talking about bathroom shit earlier. I had the fucking runs, dude.
Oh,
the fucking runs.
You know what,
dude?
I just realized something. I forgot to mention Glenn. For you fans out there, we want to apologize that Glenn is not here due to the fact that he was in a contest of all you can eat buffet. And unfortunately, he didn't win, so he doesn't feel good.
Remember Stand By Me? Remember the fat kid that ate the fucking blueberry pie?
Oh, the one what was that movie that he threw up and he threw up on every... Oh, Stand By Me? Oh, the story, yeah.
That's Glenn. I gotta find that fucking kid's name. That's Glenn's nickname.
Blueberry pie juice all over everybody. Shit. But again, hey, get well, brother. We do miss you because now we got to make fun of Piers.
Yep.
Anyway,
I knew I should have called in sick today.
Well, let's do us. Go ahead, Piers. You go.
No, I was just going to say, let's get into the sponsors.
That's what I was going to say.
This.
Man, if you definitely want to get your swole on with the right attire, definitely check out Sleeves, man. If you're playing any type of sports, they got the sleeves, they got the headbands, they got all the gimmicks that you need, the accessories for any type of sports. But my favorite thing is the dirty boxes, man. Got monkeys, got elephants, got bananas, got everything that makes your wife happy in the bedroom, man. So if you're gonna queef, always rock it with Sleeve. So use MWA Pod for 10% off. And just tell them the Kingpin sent you. It's Kingpin approved.
And our other sponsor for all you health nuts out there and want to puff and not pass. Go to healthvape.com. Health Vape sells healthy vaping alternatives. All of their products are nicotine free and don't contain any of that harmful or addictive bullshit, chemical bullshit.
Hold on.
They're also yes.
I'd rather do it because Piers doesn't like how I say it. Nicotine. Nicotine, because he makes fun of my C's because I can't say it. So that's New York in me, man. Nicotine.
New York, nicotine free.
Go ahead, man. Keep going.
They're also vitamin infused, so make sure pick up some of their health vape. Pick up some of their vape and pod products. And if you want 10% off, make sure you enter our discount code MWA Pod.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited, man. Again, I want to let's start it off, but I want to get John the first hit on this topic, man, because the guy has a lot of knowledge. You know, he's like the Bobby the Brain Heenan of this century. So let's get good. Let it get going. Piers, get a swig of your Outlaw and White Claw Outlaw.
White Claw Outlaw.
It's too early for White Claw here, man. But look, dude, it's 10 a.m., bro. On the lineup for tonight, we have Braun Strowman reportedly heading to Impact Wrestling. That would be a huge name for them to acquire. You know, what do you guys think about Braun heading to Impact?
John?
Well, I don't know if that's good for him necessarily. I mean, you're going from WWE to Impact. I think he would make more of a swirl or whatever, more of an impact.
More of an impact? I knew that was coming.
Yeah. More of an impact at AEW or something else, just because nobody really watches Impact. It's only 100,000 viewers per week, not getting a lot of attention, not getting a lot of love from anybody. I know the critics are saying that they put on a good show every week, but if nobody's watching it, what does it matter? I feel like with him and the fact that he said he would only wrestle ever in WWE, and that was it, for him to go to Impact, I think that's a big step down for him. I wouldn't mind seeing him doing some indies, get his big, a couple thousand or whatever he's going to make per shot or 10 grand per shot and do it that way. But Impact, I think that's a big step down for him. I don't think that that's a good fit.
I heard he was asking like 20 grand for an indie booking, and it's like you look at indie promotions, man. Like an indie
How could they
promotion
afford
probably,
that? Yeah.
like an indie promotion wouldn't even get close to making 20 grand, would it? Like you look at probably a couple of the bigger indies like Game Changer and and maybe I'm just trying to think who'd be on the same level as Game Changer, maybe ICW, but even then, like they're not making. There's no way they'd make 20 grand per show.
The only thing I could ever see him making 20 grand on an indie show if he's wrestling for one of those Saudi motherfuckers on their shows, because
For
they pay. Yeah, they pay. They take care of their talent and they drop a lot of coin. So I could see him making that money overseas with those type of organizations. But the dude is the drizzling shits. I mean, I don't think he's worth the money. I mean, I'm being honest. He's a great guy. He got a good physique, but talent wise, I mean, he's just a musclehead.
Honestly, I don't even think he's a name.
I don't feel it.
Well, do you think that one of the things I was thinking about when I saw this topic on tonight's lineup was, what if Braun went through the same sort of route that Cody Rhodes did when he left WWE? Because Cody and Braun were both essentially WWE guys. Like they came up through that system, through the developmental system. Cody went out, he went across the indies, never signed like a long-term contract with anybody. I think maybe for Braun, as far as a performer would be concerned, to do something similar, like get him to go do a couple of spots at New Japan, do a couple of spots of like a Ring of Honor, season himself a little bit better. And I think Cody became a better performer in doing this. And I think Braun, being the size that he is, and also being the level of performer that he is, if he was to go and do that, he would only benefit himself more long term.
But therein lies the problem. He's too big.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, John.
I was going to say Japan would be a great fit for him. They love those big, giant freak show guys, and they've got a ton of money to spend. And obviously, they can make him an attraction, and he might be good over there for a little bit. Just here, I don't know. It just seems like Cody, it's in his lifeblood. He was a lifelong, obviously, in the business because of his father. He always had it in his blood. Strowman, literally, they plucked him from the bodybuilding world and turned him into a wrestler. He didn't even train in NXT. He literally trained on the road with the guys. He never really trained. So I don't know. He's a weird one to me because he's 6'6". Was he 320 pounds? He's a freak show. He's just a big guy. He might do well in Japan in that kind of freak show environment. But to me, it's like WWE or bust for him, because that audience and like Vince would love him because, oh wow, look at him, he's huge, pal, and oh my god, he's muscular, and little kids would just be enthralled by him, like, oh my god, who is this giant? So I think it's kind of WWE or bust, or maybe WWE Japan or bust for him. I can't really see him fitting in anywhere else.
Well, the thing I was looking at is this. Okay, and you hit it right on the nose. They just plucked him out of the powerlifting world. He didn't really get trained. He was just, he trained on the road. Yep. That's the thing about the difference of discipline, because you can make more money on the indies once you get out of WWF. You can make a shit ton of money in the indies, regardless if it's 500 here, 1,000 here. You will make a lot of money. Cody Rhodes did it. AJ Styles did it. Everybody does it. Mm-hmm. His mindset, because he only went from that to WWE, now he thinks like, oh shit, that's all I deserve. No, motherfucker, you're back on the indies. You can make a lot more money and coop, get that 20 grand, a month, we're doing the indies. It's possible. Going overseas to Japan, going to Dubai, going to Malaysia, you can make a lot of money. Australia, they'll pay, But with the current climate in the world, with the Delta strain in COVID, like, is there really going to be an option for people to sort of travel back and forth overseas easily? Yeah, but there's other angles you can do. I mean, there's still shows going on, but there's still other things. Meet and greets, you can make money. Comic-Cons, I seen motherfuckers on Comic-Cons are like, how the fuck is this motherfucker is on a Comic-Con? You can make a lot of money regardless if it's not wrestling. You could do, you could do a lot of other things. There's other avenues. Shit, he could have been on fucking Heels, doing a spot on that and making money.
Isn't Game of Thrones doing a prequel? I feel like he would be great on that.
Yeah, he could do that. I mean, there's a lot of
a lot of shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's other opportunities than just wrestling, because wrestling opens a lot of doors for a lot of stars. I seen some fucking movie with fucking Lana. I actually was watching a fucking space movie with Bruce Willis. It was I forgot the name of the and I looked and I'm like, Oh,
Really? Like,
fuck! I didn't even know. I mean, because I thought she couldn't act for shit, and she's in there. I said, "Oh, it was all right," but it was one of those low budget B movies. Bruce Willis been killing all the, on the internet. But like I said, there's a lot of opportunities for Braun to do other things besides just wrestling.
Yeah, no, I agree. Next on the topic list was Las Vegas has a likely venue for Impact television tapings. Because I believe that they're currently taping in Canada for Impact.
No, Nashville.
Right?
Nashville.
No, they're back in Nashville. So
when were they in Canada?
They were in Canada for a while. I thought they were
like 2 years ago, a year ago, something like that.
A long time ago, a couple years ago. Yeah,
that's pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Why was it cheaper?
Freaking Glenn, we talked about this shit a month ago.
But was it cheaper? Was it cheaper to be in Canada?
And because they're home based, the organization that I guess the top company that owns them operates out of Canada, so it was cheaper for them at that point to run out of Canada.
Gotcha.
I mean, do you think that them going to Las Vegas would be a massive cost for them to go and run shows there? And would they get a return from their live attendance?
Isn't it real expensive to run Vegas? Wasn't AEW saying that when they were running pay-per-views there, sometimes it wasn't positive just because it's so expensive? Like even renting hotels for the boys and for the crew and everyone, isn't it expensive as hell out there?
Well, they probably just fucking wanted, wherever they ran, they probably wanted, they rented hotels at a fucking a real casino, not on the strip. That's where it's expensive. But if you go, Impact isn't going to, wherever they go, it's not going to be a big building. So it's going to be off the strip, and there's going to be hotels off the strip. So it'll be cheaper. But what me and Angel was saying before, when Glenn, brought this up fucking 5 months ago, I'm going to get in his ass when he gets back.
Remember, he's sick. You don't want to get in his ass right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Is that they need, WWE is WWE. AEW, is on the rise. They get a lot of publicity, and Impact is just there. So if you go to Vegas and incorporate a lot of the showmanship shit in Vegas, and bring some of the producers and businessmen who have interest in Vegas and have those minds in Impact and spice up the show, I think it'll be a better presentation, and that's how they'll start to compete with AEW. At least just bring a whole new level of production and entertainment value to what the viewer is viewing, as opposed to just having a wrestling show. So I think it'd be a good move.
I think Impact, like the product itself isn't bad, but the last couple of times I've sat down to watch Impact, it just came across like a high budget indie to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like as far as like the presentation,
right?
You know what I mean? Like that's just the way I see him. Is like Impact was like up here, and it's just like it's almost like they've just kept downsizing and downsizing over the years instead of growing. Like at one point they were they were classed the number 2 promotion, but being said that was WWE and them. So but I think Ring of Honor is probably at this stage a bigger name value than Impact.
I agree. Yep.
And it seems like Tony Khan is booking the world title at Impact right now, which is odd.
Yep.
I thought that them putting the belt on Christian, like I was like, really? No, but like the thing is, like, nothing against Christian, he's a hell of a talent, but them dropping the title, like from Kenny Omega dropping the title to Christian, it's like, this is the guy who's like the AEW world champion, the champion of champions, and he lost the title to a guy that was probably hasn't wrestled in 5 years, like
47 years old.
47 years old. Like, you've got a guy in his peak, and I don't know. Like, to me, it didn't make sense. I would have personally preferred to see someone like, I don't know, like a Chris Bay or like Rich Swann come and reclaim the title, or even get Moose to go in there and do it. You know what I mean? They were trying to build him up for the longest time. I just feel like, what you think putting the belt on Christian was
wholeheartedly. Yes,
correct.
Because nobody watches Impact. Christian is a name. Who the fuck is Chris Bay? Who the fuck is Moose? Nobody knows these people. You need viewers. This is all about business and making money. First of all, putting the title on Kenny Omega was fucking dumb. Whether you have an agreement or not, let Kenny Omega be the face, so to speak, of AEW. Let him be your champion. Build Impact separately, right? If you want to, have a working relationship with New Japan and AEW, fine, but that title shit is just like, it seems to me like Impact was like, and it is subservient to AEW, but that's water under the bridge. But you need eyes on Impact. Putting the title on Christian is smart.
Yeah, and
however,
I think
sucks. However bad, I won't say it sucks. However, limited in wrestling skill and talent Braun Strowman is, I don't think it's a huge name. People do know who he is, so adding him to the roster will help some viewership. Impact got a lot of talented guys, but nobody knows who the hell they are. They're just a fucking indie that's on TV.
And I think I agree with you, Omega. Like, the one thing I was just thinking, like, just like whatever deal that they struck for Kenny Omega to win the title, you know, have it in AEW and have an Impact. Because my vision was like, man, you know, if we get Kenny Omega to win the title, all those people from AEW will trickle down to Impact and watch Impact because Kenny Omega in, and vice versa. You know, so they're trying to think like all the fans are gonna, you know, all the ratings and all that will go up. That's it wouldn't.
That's what I thought, but it wouldn't.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
But that's the vision that I think that's what they were leading to.
Yeah.
Like, we could bring more eyes on Impact because he's the champion. They'll come over and watch our show. I mean, John, what do you think?
They didn't do that at all, though. Really, they've had some of their lowest viewership that they've ever had, which is crazy because, like you said, you would think, okay, the fans are definitely going to see what Omega's up to get some of that AEW rub. But it's weird. I don't know why. It just hasn't worked out. I know it has helped out the pay-per-views just a little bit, and they've had an uptick in when their pay-per-views are. But the actual viewing of the show, I've been seeing lowest numbers, 100, 110,000, 112,000. But I feel like it hasn't worked to what they thought, and it almost seems like Callis and Omega are just doing their own thing. Like, okay, we'll get paid here. We'll get paid here. Oh, let's put the belt on you. Let's put me on TV. Let's make me a manager. I'm going to be on both shows. It just seems to only benefit Omega and Callis, and literally benefited nobody else. To me, anyway, that was my perception.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah,
I just think that's just not going to work.
And I think Callis. That's another thing. When I met him, and I don't have nothing against him, but I remember he was telling me how WWE used to treat him like shit. The boys ribbing him and doing all that stuff. Because I remember when I was watching, you know, the interview with Christian and Tony Schiavone, and that's when he came out and he hit him. Oh, great job, and yeah, we've been on the road, and he was throwing those little hints, like, you know, like I could hear the stories he was telling me. Like he was like, oh, remember those things, how you treated me and stuff like that. I think he was throwing in there like, now I'm getting the rub, now I'm getting the limelight, and now I'm getting the name. So I think it's more of an ego boost to get, you know, for the treatment that he got then. Now he's trying to build himself up. Now he's becoming a star as a manager.
Angel, what do you think about when they cut in those promos and they're doing those insider terms? Like, maybe the crowd knows what they're talking about, maybe they don't. But you notice that Callis and Omega do that all the time, where they're dropping like insider kayfabe, like backstage terminology, and doing little edge quotes, trying to be funny. Like, do you think that gets over? Do you think that advances the story at all?
No, it's just trying to make the boys pop, or just trying or get a message out. You know, it's just like me saying something about a wrestler, and I say, you know, anything, regardless, just something that they know. It's like, okay, it's like perfect example. The are you shitting me joke. Like when AC Loke used to always go in the locker room, are you shitting me? That's all he used to say, right? Like I used to tip his bag over. Are you shitting me? So I one day clicked. I'm like, you know, I like that. So on pay-per-view, I go out there and I say, hey, Loke, check this shit out. You're going to love it. So I go out there and Danny Dorian cuts a promo and I grab the mic and I just go, just like The Rock a little bit, are you shitting me? And I look out of the corner of my eye and I look in the corner and I see him go, motherfucker. Because I stole his gimmick and I just did it just to get a rise out of him. It's the same thing. You throw out those little hints, not for anybody else. It's just that person, you know, or whoever you're acknowledging.
We saw WCW do that, like in the final, I'd probably say the final year or two, where they had Mark Madden on commentary, like quite a few times. He would sit there and say that, going, "Oh yeah, Goldberg was going to come out, but he refuses to go over. Oh no, he's just turned heel." Yeah. And like I remember watching it and sort of at that time understanding a little bit like of what the backstage carny talk meant, and it was like, I think it was more for those smart fans to go, oh wait, is this a work or is it a shoot? Is this bullshit or is this true? And I think that's probably maybe that's the trying to line that they're trying to draw.
I think it's fucking stupid.
Well, I think, but think about it like this, John. Remember, Sunny Days. You know, when Shawn Michaels did that, not for anybody else, just to get under Bret's skin.
Yep.
Just recently, John Cena said to Roman Reigns, "Yeah, with the ivory soap hanging from your mouth because he had the veneers,
fake teeth."
And also when the Usos was doing the thing with New Day, and they said the X-rated thing when with Paige. Yeah. It was just like, there you go, just for you, son. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
If it fits and it's funny and you don't need to know the backstory behind it, it's cool. But if it's like only for like a small percentage of people, like, huh? Like your job is to make money. This is a fucking business. This isn't fucking playtime. It's to draw people in. So if you got 10-year-old Pierce going, huh? Then what are you doing? You're fucking stabbing yourself in the back. I'd fucking rip him a new asshole.
And even Christian keeps saying Carney, like keeps calling him Carney, because that's like the thing about Callis that people say in the back that he's a Carney,
right?
That he's such an old school guy. So I was like, even that is a little bit too inside baseball.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's just digging into him, and that's all it is, just to see if he could get a rise, a reaction.
Yeah. One of the things I saw recently, and I don't know how true this rumor is, but it's rumored that Bray Wyatt, Buddy Murphy, and Braun Strowman, since we were on Strowman and Impact, that the three of them could be going to Impact. Do you think Bray Wyatt, I think Bray Wyatt probably out of the three would probably be the biggest needle mover, so to speak. But again, as you were saying, John, 100,000 viewers. Would Bray Wyatt bring in hundreds of thousands of viewers to Impact if he signs with them?
That's tough. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think anybody would. It just seems like it's on a weird network. I don't even have it. I don't even have the channel. So it's just I don't think a lot of people have it. I don't think a lot of people can watch it. I don't know if you noticed, Piers, CM Punk's shoes on last week. I think it was either on Dynamite or Rampage. He had BW written on his shoe. Bray Wyatt. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, really.
And AC was on the other side, Adam Cole.
Really?
So, yeah, interesting. I don't know if he's doing Easter eggs or if he's teasing it or if he's just joking.
Okay,
I'm about to go into a rant. Go ahead. No, go. Go, but John, go.
No, but it's just that. Okay, look. Whatever company you go with, right? You know, I understand Impact, 100,000 views, AEW, 10 million views, whatever. Dude, it's all about this, dude. If Impact called me and says, Angel, we'll give you $1 million a year, sign on the dotted line. I don't give a fuck how many people are watching TV. I'm here for the fucking dollars. Right. Even Mega said it. You're here for the fucking money, you know? And if I'm doing my job to perform, it's your job to promote me, to make me look like $1 million. If I don't get 100,000 views or 1 million views on your fucking, your fucking graph board, I don't care, because my paycheck ain't going to change any fucking less or any more. So across the board, I'm just making $1. I mean, it's sad to say. Some guys are into it for the love of the business, but some people are into it to make as much money as possible and get the fuck out. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Go ahead, Mega. Go on your rant, because, I want to hear it. Hold on. Let me say, this is sponsored to you by Bag of Bitches. So go ahead.
Easter eggs and all this other shit. Did you guys watch Dynamite on Wednesday? Fucking angels. Go on.
Apparently he did 1.1 million views.
So he said some shit about proving it to myself, blah, 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 blah. And then the crowd starts chanting, yes, 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 and doing this gimmick, right?
Yep.
So he turns around and goes, that's someone else's shtick. You just had to be a little bit more patient.
Yep.
I know Punk. I've known him for years. He's a good guy. Shut the fuck up. Ignore it. Don't even acknowledge it. Now I don't think you're creating more anticipation, like, oh, he's really coming, or Punk said it, or more talk. Just fucking ignore it. Concentrate on yourself. And then when he does come out, if and when Brian does come out in New York, it'll be a massive pop. But dropping these little hints to me is kind of like childish, and they're playing games with WWE and Hunter and Lauren Addison, whoever, but we're going to get this guy, we're going to get this guy. To me, it's kind of like high school shit.
It is.
It's a fucking business. This is a business. This is a multi-million-dollar fucking network you're on, owned by a billionaire. The place you wrestle for is owned by a billionaire. They're businessmen. This is a fucking business treated as such. It's not your little fucking playground. Yeah, and that's what I think AEW is most of the time. Just a playground.
And that's the thing. Like AEW, when they first came out, they said, "Oh, we're not in competition with WWE. We don't want to start a war with WWE
because they couldn't."
But since the inception, every former WWE superstar they've come out there has had digs at WWE in some line or fashion. We saw it with Miro. We saw it with Big Show with the No More BS.
Right.
We saw it with CM Punk as well, coming out and saying what he did.
Cody Rhodes, sledgehammer.
Can I stop you for 1 second, Piers?
Let me just finish.
No. Hold on. You are the fucking king of segues.
What do you mean?
See what the next topic is.
Booker T.
Yes, you are the Segway King. That's your nickname. Proceed. Continue.
But like, I find in doing that, like, why even acknowledge WWE? Like, for years, WWE never acknowledges their competition, right? I think a few years ago we saw Sami Zayn make an AEW, or a year or two ago, Sami Zayn made an AEW reference. Back in the day, there was like little references here and there, but in the last, say, 20 years. Fucking like very rarely has WWE television even acknowledged any competition. Yeah. AEW needs to have that mentality where it's like, hey, we're that fucking big. We don't give a fuck what they're doing. Like, fuck, like, don't even acknowledge it. Come out here. Well, hey, I'm Miro now, no longer Rusev. Don't even mention that. Holy shit, it's Miro. It's Miro. Make a big deal out of it. CM Punk. It's Malachi Black. It's blah, blah, blah. By mentioning the WWE thing, it takes me back to when Mick Foley won the belt and Shivani made the infamous comment, wow, that's going to put asses in seats.
Eric Bischoff.
And it caused...
Yeah.
But Shivani wasn't one of...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then people were changing over to watch Mick Foley win the fucking strap. So by saying them and putting them in the viewer's mind, they're going, oh, okay, well, maybe I need to go check out what's happening on WWE right now. Granted, they're on different shows like Raw and Dynamite on different nights, but like, why even fucking acknowledge this shit? Okay. Why give your talent a platform?
I get acknowledging that something else exists because we all have TVs. We're not stupid, so I kind of agree with you to a point. But I get acknowledging it, but to me, it's just a constant, like, it's like a nag, like, like fuck, stop. Okay, once is good enough, but stop. Don't harp on it. Don't harp on it.
Yeah, but the thing is this. But the thing is this. I mean, John said it right there. The CM Punk shoots. It's been in the business for so many years. I do it. Mega, I don't know if you ever done it, but you probably done it. Nana does it. Everybody does it because it's just like when your wife cheats on you, or you get kicked out of your house and she leaves you for another dude. What's the first thing you do? You get a batter bitch, and of course you see one, and you see one of your friends or one of her friends, and what's going to happen? Yo,
please do that again. Please do that again.
I love it. I just saw your man, because the point is you always want to tell daddy. It's the truth. If your dad never gave you attention and treated you like shit from all your whole life, and you finally made it, and your dad goes, son, I'm proud of you. Fuck you, motherfucker, for all the years you shit on me. Now you acknowledge me. That's all it is, man. It's just you just want to show that motherfucker that you don't need him. Yeah. Everybody does it. It's just you want to rub it. That's what it is. Hear that, Jury? You want to rub it. You know?
I get it. But it's just like, let it go. Like, I get it. You. And it's everyone. That's my big thing. It's everyone doing it. Like, for Big Show to do it, like really? No more BS. Ha ha ha. Whatever. But the other person that's done it is Mark Henry. Everyone is doing it. It's kind of old now. Everybody knows you in WWE. Everyone knows you got shitted on. Like, you don't have to keep reminding us and keep reminding yourself. Move the fuck on. Just move on. If you want to bitch when the fucking light is off. When the red light is off, that's when you bitch. Don't bitch on air. You look like a little child, and it looks like that WWE or whoever there made the right decision in not re-signing you or letting you go because you're like a little baby.
Come on, now, Smokey. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
And to the fourth comment, I mean the fourth topic.
Booker
T said that CM Punk struck out with his promo, and everybody was on Booker T's ass, right? So Booker T was looking at it from a professional wrestler, professional executive, professional trainer's point of view. He looked at it as a promo, right? To promote the product. From that perspective, I agree with him. One, I think if you're gone for 7 years, CM Punk is gone for 7 years, you had the chance for WWE, CM Punk for like 3, 4, 5 years, what it was. Then it kind of died down. Your first national televised debut in 7 years. The moment is going to be bigger than anything that comes out of your mouth. Anything, right? So whatever like promo you have, just throw out the fucking window. And I'm sure they just told him, go out there, say whatever comes to mind, right?
Yeah.
My only thing would have been I would have said, don't mention WWE, and I would not have brought out Sting and Darby Allin. Leave that shit for Dynamite the next week. This is all about CM Punk, and that's it, right? Yeah. But he kind of mentioned WWE about. He didn't mention it, but he was just saying, the old place made me sick. Blah blah blah. Don't say that. Just fucking let it go. We all know the story. It's 2021. We all have the internet. We all know the story of why you left there. Blah blah blah. Just fucking let it go. Say how happy you are. Cry. I'm in Chicago. I love you guys. Blah, 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 blah. And then next week on Dynamite, you can start with the storyline with Darby Allin and Sting and blah, blah, blah. But it's just more of this like, oh, I hate WWE or WWE did me dirty. And it's like, okay, we get it. We already know the story. You don't need to tell us. And I can pretty much safe to say that Bryan Danielson will not do that when he shows up.
I'd be surprised if Bryan would do that. Like he comes across as like a very intelligent businessman. One thing I think about CM Punk, and I want to go back to the summer of Punk where he did the pipe bomb promo, which was pretty much word for fucking word from a Ring of Honor promo he did when he went to WWE.
Don't go into the promo, Pierce.
I'm not going into the promo. But like the thing is as well, all right, so he re-signed with the company back then. They put the belt on him. All was good and well. He was the top guy for a year almost following that. Then it's like they took the belt off him. He fell back into the mid card. Then he became unhappy because it wasn't all about like this is like from a fan looking at it. It was no longer all about Punk. He was no longer the top fucking dog of the company. And then he was so miserable. If he was so miserable like from the year prior, then why did he re-sign? Oh, he wanted that WrestleMania moment. Punk versus Rock wasn't going to be that WrestleMania moment. Rock versus Cena was. That was going to be the buy rate for it. Now, my thing is, are we going to see a repeat in history with a different company? You know what I mean? It's almost like the guy that dates different women, but they're the same woman, but with a different face, if that makes sense. Like same characteristics. Are we going to see Punk turn around and go in 6 months' time, well, shit, I'm no longer the flavor of the month here in AEW. Fuck wrestling again.
All right, pause. John, I want to hear your opinion about that. I know you was about to talk, but I really want to hear your insights.
I can go completely devil's advocate, completely different. So Punk, they were going to make him the man. He jobs out. He gets beat. Kevin Nash beats him up after he wins the title. Del Rio beats him in less than 30 seconds. So then he loses the title. Then he gets in a feud with Triple H. Even though he's the most popular guy in the company, he loses inexplicably to Triple H. Then they give him the title. Then he has the long run, which is good. And if nobody kind of remembers stuff, which is crazy, he was the #1 T-shirt seller. He was outdrawing Cena on the house shows. I know they didn't do many pay-per-views that were that great, but he was outdoing Cena when he was headlining the pay-per-views. He was outdoing when they were doing the A and B house shows. Punk was the main event. Cena was on the other one. He was outdrawing Cena on the house show. So if Cena is like the measuring stick, Punk beat him. So he should be the top guy. So when Rock comes back, I could see him being jealous. Like, oh man, I thought I overtook Cena. Nah, you kind of didn't in Vince's eyes, even though maybe key metric wise, but you're not beating him here. Oh, but I'm beating him in merch. Well, so little by little it bothered him, and it bothered him that he didn't main event 27 and Miz got that spot. That really bothered him, which was weird that he didn't get that spot. versus Cena that year. It made no sense why Miz got that, but that bothered him. Then he was kind of mentioning other things like he feuded with Lesnar, lost to Lesnar, move on. Feud with Undertaker, lost to Undertaker, move on. So every big match he was in, he kept losing. Like he would lose to Triple H, lose to Undertaker, lose to Lesnar, which I know it doesn't make sense all about the money, but in his eyes, I thought I was the top guy. All these other top guys beat everybody. Like I thought I was that top stature. So that kind of got him. And then I think, not that it bothered him, because I know he's Bryan Danielson's friend, Dana Bryan's friend, but he started getting the momentum of being more popular, and then all of a sudden he got the shaft because they were putting Batista in, and then Batista was getting the main event spot over Punk. So it was one of the things where he could never break the glass ceiling, so I could see why he was getting upset. And then I know the injuries and everything else and the mismanagement by the doctors, but to me, I want to play devil's advocate and say Punk kind of got screwed a little bit over there. He proved himself to be the number one guy, and they wouldn't let him be the number one guy.
Triple H does not like and has never liked CM Punk.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Yep.
And that's the thing.
And so I don't. So Piers, just real quick. I just don't. I don't think he'll be that guy because he literally has a disdain for Triple H. I know that firsthand. He has a disdain for that guy. So I don't think he'll do that.
Yeah,
here.
Remember they offered him for that WrestleMania. He wasn't. Batista was getting the main event. So like, oh, you get Triple H. He goes, I don't want to wrestle this guy. I'm above him. I should be in the main event.
Yep.
And then. Well, as soon as Bryan Danielson got more popular, he's like, well, Bryan Danielson should be in the main event. I still don't want to wrestle Triple H. So it's crazy. Yep.
No, look, I definitely get it that he obviously got screwed, but I think that Punk just has a lot of heat over in WWE as well.
Oh, no doubt about it. And he's not Vince's guy. He's not Vince's type of guy. Like skinny dude. Let's face it.
He is skinny. He's skinny.
He's a skinny dude. I know he's 6'2" or whatever, but he's a skinny guy. He's not muscular. He's not doing the make a wish stuff. He's not like the John Cena type.
Yeah, I wrestled with him. He had the blonde hair and had the fucking Pepsi fucking basketball shorts.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then when he got signed and when he became CM Punk, I honestly was shocked. I'm like, wow, this guy, he got himself over and they're like letting him go because he's drawing money. I was shocked. I really was, because I didn't think he would be that big. I think he'd be probably like
Christian.
Yeah, that's kind of or like a tad bit below the Miz. But that's it. But this guy exceeded everyone's expectations, and he just got it.
It's crazy. His merch sales even now are insane. Did you see that he broke PWTs?
He's the website.
And that guy's fucking rich, wealthy, because every time I've ran that guy, he's been not cheap, he's just frugal.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, and I'm sure he's making, God knows how much he's making now. I wouldn't be surprised if he's $5 million, if I had to guess.
They were saying $3 million a year.
3?
Yeah, they used to
with AEW.
3 million a year, 10 matches. I think it was a 3-year deal, but who knows if that's accurate or not, or if somebody's just making that up.
It could be just come in and cut promos and just So I think he's happy. I think he's actually happy with his life, and he doesn't need wrestling. He's honestly back because he wants to wrestle. He just wants to be back, and I think it's 40. What is it? 42. I know he's 42, 43, something like that. So I think he's happy, and I think he's back because he wants to be back, not because he needs to be back. So if somebody comes in, fucking Brock Lesnar comes in next year and overtakes him, I don't think he'd give a shit. He'd be like, great, we'll just make more money. And then when my deal is up in 3 years, the company be worth more and I'll make more money, which is what everyone's attitude should be.
Gotcha.
Well, we also saw Gangrel that was supposed to appear on AEW Dynamite apparently this week. Did you guys hear about that?
Man,
I heard about that.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Which is fucking stupid. Like,
don't give a shit.
One, who cares? And two,
I just said that. Don't give a shit.
Okay, well, I'll talk about this for 1 minute.
No, I just saying.
But so what? Like, you couldn't have been. What do you want to be, David Heath? You couldn't be Gangrel. You can't play the Brood music. I don't want to say anything. The big thing about the Brood was the entrance.
Oh yeah,
the music, the fire, the look, everything.
The black blood.
The blood. Only thing you can repeat is David
the fire
Heath,
through stage.
flies to the stage, and you wearing what you want to wear and your glasses. That's it.
But it's funny. They could, they always play with the music. Just like when DDP, Self
Yeah, true.
and all that
Yeah,
stuff. They play with
yeah.
the music to make it look similar, but not the same, so they could give that effect to it.
But what would they
Yeah.
call him? Vampire Warrior? Because I think you wouldn't be able to call him Gangrel, right?
No,
Blood and guts, man. Blood and guts.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he trademarked it.
What was
But
he
even
gonna
then,
do,
like-
beat up Christian? Like, what was that about?
I think he would probably just come in, probably have the blood over Christian come out and do some shit and pop. But it's just like, who gives a shit, really?
But since Edge did it, fucked up his show shit.
Right.
Because I read an article, he was like, "Man, that motherfucker just fucked up my shit."
He fucked up my shit. I was going to do it to Christian this week. Yeah.
That was the whole article. Like,
And then, why even say that? Don't say anything and do it like a month from now.
because he's butthurt, man. You fucked up my shit.
He's probably
Banging and
trying to get
banging,
something
bro.
from Edge, yeah.
But you could do it a month from now. Like, it's forgotten about now. Do it a month from like, oh shit.
I know, man.
It's just like, yeah, but who fucking cares?
All right, so we'll move on to the next one. So,
Wait, hey, before we go to the next one, I wanted to rant about something because me and Megan we were ranting about this before, and we talked about it on a previous show. But seriously, Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. When I told you, we both said it. Black people do not get the kudos that they deserve. Why did they play her out on SummerSlams? Why did they squash her?
Hold on. You said this before. It's not. There's only one show. It's SummerSlam, not SummerSlams.
Nick, no, son. No, are you a fucking? Are you a fucking egotistic son? I don't care.
Angel's like, I'm going SummerSlams.
SummerSlam, just like you say ambulance.
Ambulance. But yeah, how the fuck, John? I'm just gonna give it a rant. If you ever have me guest on your show, I won't rant and I won't curse.
But you can rant here.
Yeah.
But so I get having Becky Lynch out there because what's her face? Sasha Banks couldn't work. I get it.
Okay,
right?
I got it. Yeah.
You want to be? I get it. Right. Have Carmella come out. Can you at least do a fucking 3-way and have Becky Lynch beat Carmella? I don't even want to entertain a match between Bianca and Becky Lynch. I don't. Save that shit for WrestleMania or Royal Rumble, whatever. Just have Becky Lynch beat Carmella. Like, why do that? And I don't know Bianca Belair. Never met her. She seems like a nice person. She seems like a sweet person. I don't know if she like everybody. She's married to Montez Ford, so it's not like I'm gonna throw some name out there. Fucking Kidman wants to fuck her, and she said no. So Kidman's like, all right, beat her ass in 5 seconds. I'm sure that didn't happen. So why would you bury her? You buried her and everyone she's beat the past year.
Correct.
In literally 5 seconds. What the fuck are you doing?
I think that they would have done that because of the CM Punk return the day before, and I think that they were like, we need to make a statement. We need to do something big.
No.
Becky returns and wins the belt, and
but you can still.
as well.
But you don't bury your champion who's been nothing but great for you, and Sasha Banks got buried that same night. Sasha Banks got buried. And whoever
the
else,
greatest match they ever had,
right?
Beat her in 5 seconds.
Right.
I agree. I agree with you.
Buried
like Bianca Belair,
SmackDown is buried.
Bianca Belair got the fucking raw end of the stick in.
But no, but everyone else who Bianca beat got buried too.
Yeah,
I completely agree. Angel made a good point because me and Angel spoke the day after SummerSlam, and Angel
and I spoke.
Angel and I, sorry,
Jesus.
Oh, you're going to correct me about the Queen's English, bitch? Really? 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 I'm Australian, okay? I'm closer to England than you, motherfucker.
Are you really?
Probably.
Probably.
Go ahead.
My country is formed by convicts from there, okay? So relax. But one of the things I wanted to, Angel and I discussed, and Angel made a very good point. The reason why that match was a 5-second match is, and it was what Angel was saying to me, was because Becky Lynch wasn't in shape. She wasn't in ring shape. She looked good, but being in ring shape is, as Angel said, is two different things. So they
why even have a match though? Why even put her in the match? Then?
Right,
because it's CM Punk.
But you can come her. You can come her out. You can have her come out.
You can come her out.
Yeah, you can come out. Wrestle fucking Carmella, right? Do some shit. Hear the music. Let Becky come in, save Bianca, get the pop. 1, 2, 3, and then a month, 2 months from now, when she's been ring shape, turn heel and work Bianca. It was piss poor.
All right, John, I'm gonna let you have the floor. I'm gonna let you have the floor right now and then I'll say my piece in this part. Go ahead.
So they play the video with Sasha. They say it's the greatest match of all time. They won the SB. Bianca Belair is now the best because she beat the best. Those two had an epic match. They're going to have an epic rematch. It's going to be the biggest match ever. It's going to be great. Becky comes out, who just had a baby, was out 16 months, comes and beats her in 5 seconds. So it makes Sasha look terrible, made Bianca look terrible. I think if you're going to do that and get that big pop, tease the match and don't even have the match and have some sort of schmaz and Carmella ruins it, just don't have it. Lead up to it. Becky, ready? You got the pop. You already got that. She doesn't need to be champion because you don't want to kill Bianca yet. And I don't know what their thought of like, oh, she's going to get a lot of sympathy from this Bianca. No, she looks like a dweeb. Like you just lost. Yeah. It's just this woman hasn't wrestled in 16 months and she wasn't even on the roster. And she just comes and beats you like that. Yeah. And even further that, like, okay, you want to combat Punk, but you had Lesnar, the ace in the hole at the end of the night to combat Punk. Yep. So you didn't need her to be champion. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I hated it.
That. I was just ready to say that.
This is what. Go ahead. What?
No, I was just going to say, let me throw out a scenario on how this could have played out. We didn't have the women's tag titles on the show, which is Tamina Snuka and Natty Neidhart, right? What if this would have happened? They come out, they cut a promo going, we're the WWE Women's Champions, and we don't even have a fucking match on SummerSlam. What the fuck, and basically them cut like a massive heel promo, almost like trying to take over the show type shit. Then Bianca Belair comes out and says, well, I was supposed to have a title match tonight. My opponent didn't show up, but I still want a title match, and I'm coming for that. But by the way, bang, Becky Lynch's music plays on. Bianca does, most of the mechanics of the match. Have Becky come in. She gets the pinfall. You still get that big thing. Her and Bianca Belair have that big sort of like big moment together. And then you have them, then you can build a feud between the two of them. They drop the tag belts like maybe a couple of weeks to a month later. Then you've got a match for the next pay-per-view going forward. And you've got a storyline they can go over a month to 2 months. Would that have been a better option, do you think?
No,
I like my option. I'll let.
No, it's a good option.
I'll let Angel go. I just think they should have brought Becky Lynch out, save Bianca, so you have her for the pop. You have her out there. She doesn't get physical. Done. Nobody bitches about Sasha Banks not being there because you got Becky Lynch. Angel, floor is yours.
No, this is what I would have done. I would have done the 3-way like you said. I would have had Becky Lynch come out with a big pop. Challenge both of them. Hey, you know what? I'm back in town. Let's do a 3-way, right? Since she's out of shape, a 3-way is an easy match, right? You go through the whole spiel through the match. At a certain point in the match, boom, Sasha Banks' music hits. A doppelganger comes out from the distance. So when the girl turns around, it looks like Sasha Banks. Bianca runs out to attack her, blasts her, turns her around. It's not her. Before she realizes, Carmella gets fucking hit with the big move in the ring. 1, 2, 3. She wins the title, keeps Bianca strong. Bianca's like, motherfucker, Sasha fucked me. Now I lost my title. Now I got 2 fucking rivals. I'm still high up in the air as a still a star. And now I got 2 opponents that I could work with.
That's even better. Even better.
Yeah, you never beat me. Yep. Sasha Banks fucked me up. Fucked me over. I'm still relevant.
It's even better.
John, what do you think?
That's not a bad idea. It would have been better. Would have saved all of them. When it would have made Belair look more credible, and she kind of got screwed. So then she gets the sympathy from the fans because she got screwed over, rather than getting sympathy by losing in 5 seconds. Which, by the way, she's not going to get sympathy. Now they're going to think she stinks.
And that's what we're doing right now because that's what's happening. Because everybody he's just in the shits.
Becky Lynch too. I didn't catch this. Does she always do that move that she did as a finisher? Because I've never seen her do that move before. And Michael Cole called it like he knew the name of the move. So I was like, that's weird too. So Cole knew the name of her new.
Some more dumb shit. I can't stand it. I fucking can't stand it. If I owned
the name of her finisher,
I'm not gonna go to a rant.
I
need to be hired by Tony Khan or Vince, and I will straighten all this shit out. Exactly. Right? How do you know her move? How do you know the move? Just like we were talking about a couple weeks ago when
the
Alistair Black
back,
debut, right?
Malachi.
It's Malachi. How the fuck do you know his name? He just popped out of nowhere. How do you know it's Malachi Black? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You're fired.
Do a promo the next week where you learn his
right.
name.
Oh my god, this shit is not fucking rocket science,
dude.
It's not.
I sorry. Sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah. Also, Becky, you saw her working out, right? If you follow Instagram, like the pictures, she's in awesome shape. She comes out in that horrible black outfit covering everything up. I'm like, this girl just posting these pictures on Instagram. She wears the worst outfit like you could possibly imagine to the ring.
Yeah, if I was going to come back out in SummerSlam.
Yeah, you got to get better gear. Holy
better
crap.
gear.
Yeah.
I would have came up with some slamming ass gear.
Yeah.
But anyway, next topic.
Next topic was WWE was selling Vince McMahon T-shirts for $100.
Who was selling it?
I'm assuming WWE shop.
At SummerSlams?
Some
I'm
slams?
not too sure if it was SummerSlams or not, but that's what Glenn has down on the run sheet was that WWE selling Vince McMahon T-shirts for $100 a shirt.
Why?
I didn't hear that.
Why? Yeah,
like $100 a T-shirt sounds like ridiculous.
I thought it was an NFT, whatever the hell that is. I thought it was a
NFT?
whatever those NFT things are. I thought that's what they were selling because I saw Cena had one.
That makes sense.
Vince, but I don't even know what an NFT is or how to do
it.
NFT
is
digital art.
NFT is non-fungible token, and it's basically
$100 for a piece for it.
You basically set up your price for it. So
that's insane.
So I have my shirts here, right? So I could have
10 of them.
And I could write an article about how I made the shirts, right? And I could have the article be an NFT and sell those for like $10, right? And I have the actual printed out article, like a hard copy somewhere else. But it's just it's a gimmick.
Yeah. Also, it's the same thing with artwork. If he does the same picture,
if
he does the same picture in that color, but then he does limited edition blue ones,
right?
Then it's the value. Now it's just art. It's just abstract art.
Yeah, I have 500 of these, 500 blacks, and then 100 white.
Then you'd be a white slave owner.
Then I'd be. So if you get a chance, LaMelo Ball, who was on a hard, he's the first NBA player to have an NFT. So Google him and it'll come up. So it's the next. So there was one guy I know what I'm talking about. There's a New York Times writer. He wrote an article and was just fucking around with it. And he put up an NFT of his article. The thing's worth like $100,000 because there's only one of them.
Oh my god.
So what I found out before, it says WWE announces first ever NFT with The Undertaker. So they've been doing that with that.
Yeah.
They're jumping on the NFT bandwagon. The first ever non-fungible token.
Non-fungible token.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is. They're selling it opening bid $1,000.
You're right, though.
And it's a bronze tier, fixed that price at $100. And then there's a platinum tier.
You're right, though, about the $100 Vince McMahon T-shirt. So I just saw that article.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's a T-shirt, really?
$100 T-shirt says it's SummerSlam. What the hell, Vince?
Did he sign it or something?
I don't know. It says it's not available on the store. On the store, it was only available at SummerSlam.
At SummerSlam.
But who the hell would pay $100 for a Vince shirt?
So a regular T-shirt is.
I can imagine Vince going,
"Hey,
listen,
you know what it looks like?" Yeah.
I can imagine Vince going, "Hey, listen, pal. I'll get some of my DNA on that shirt." And,
so it's
worth 100.
Yeah. So I kind of get it. So I was
$100 a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Bro.
So I was a marketing guy. So just hear me out. Okay. You have Big E T-shirts at SummerSlams, probably at like $35, right? Right. So you're in Vegas. 2, you're at a live pay-per-view with fans, with 50,000 people, first time in months. Okay. They're ready to spend whatever. Limited edition, Vince McMahon. Well, I'll do it. When's the last time Vince had a shirt? I don't know what it looks like, but when's the last time Vince had a shirt?
I don't think he ever had a shirt, did he? Or
I
maybe
think
that
he
even-
literally
fired
attitude
shirt.
area. I think he had the no chance in hell or the you're
Right.
fired. There's a few of them,
Yeah.
but it's
So-
definitely not many. Yeah.
They probably printed 500 limited edition, one time only here at SummerSlams. Get it? We're not selling these in WWE shop. We're not selling these at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. One time only. Get them. And everybody's like, oh, fuck. Do I want the 15th John Cena shirt? Do I want the 10th, Charlotte Flair shirt? Or do I want this limited edition Vince McMahon shirt? And it was probably packaged nice and packaged as a keepsake or a value item. It wasn't just hanging up like this fucking shit right here. I can guarantee you that. So it was more of a memorabilia piece, like the chairs. I'm positive.
What's the most you've ever spent on a T-shirt?
Me myself, I spent
That shit that he has hanging up in the back, that sports
true,
memorabilia shit.
yeah. So I spent $30 on a Ronda Cunha shirt, and that was the first sports thing I bought in years because I was in sports. And I don't buy shit. It was $30, and if they presented it nicely, limited edition, numbered 1 of 100, 1 of 500 in. I'm sure it wasn't framed like this. I'm sure it was presented nicely. Will I bought it? Maybe. Vince is going to die in 10, 15 years. So it'll be worth more than $100 in 10 years. I probably would have bought it. Not to wear,
Nice
just
ROI.
retail. Exactly. That's exactly why. That's the only reason.
Mark, fucking Mark.
I'm a money mark, dude. I love money. I fucking love money. I'm gonna show you shit right here. You see this shit right here?
Oh man, I wipe my ass with that shirt. Jersey.
So
bro.
those are authentic. That's the game used jersey, and that's a Tom Brady issue jersey. Like that was in his locker. I could give a fuck about either one of them, right? But let's just say I have at least $12,000 hanging right there. It's the only reason I have it, and it's not framed. And it's not framed because I'm gonna sell them one day. It's just all
why
about
don't we tell
money.
the fans where you live at?
Yeah, let's go to King Mega's address in Florida.
I'm the last, but it's all about. It's like that Don West shit. Like it's just all about making money. And somebody probably had an idea. They probably took of old, picture of Vince or a new picture of Vince. Fuck it, let's just make shirts. It costs us nothing. Sell them for 100, right? And say we make 500 and we only sell 250, right? I'll just repackage them in 2 years and say, hey, this is from Slumber Sam's 2021.
You said the son of Sam?
SummerSlams.
And you can't get it online. Yeah.
And you can't get it online. Right. It's just all about making money. It's not about, I have a Vince McMahon shirt. It's just all about making money.
Talking about making money, Nick Khan, the guy that's been responsible for a lot of the cuts, he did an interview recently where he joked about making Raw a 4-hour show.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That to me, like I sit down and watch Raw every week because I kind of have to, and I sit there and dude, 3 hours to watch Raw, I can't do. I watch the Hulu 90 minutes, and that even then, I'm like this with my phone the whole time going. Okay. You know what I mean? Right. And my wife's like, "Are you watching this?" I'm like, "Yeah." But I'm not really. I don't pay that much attention to it. But going to 4 hours, would anyone benefit from that? How can you keep an audience's attention, even for 3 hours? You see, pay-per-views are 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
that's hard to keep someone's attention for a whole day event.
Right. Even if it's not true, but even what's true is anything 4 hours.
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
You can't. Football games aren't 4 hours. With overtime, they're not 4 hours.
But remember,
it's just
remember when Raw was hot as fuck in the 90s? It was what, a 2-hour show?
It was 2 hours.
90 minutes to 2 hours.
2 hours. It was 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours and 8 minutes. But then they said, if we add a third hour, it doesn't cost us shit.
But the thing is,
and we'll get more money from USA or.
But in doing that as well, how can you go back that 20, 25 years in the 90s,
mm-hmm.
every episode would leave you hanging for something more.
Yeah.
So you'd be sitting there going, fuck, I have to tune in next week to find out what Austin did. Or what
they had to because they had competition on Monday night.
I get that, but why not still give that same feeling? And you take it to, like, say, let's look at, say, The Sopranos or Sons of Anarchy, 2 TV shows which were massive for their times and generations.
What can you say The Wire? What's up with The Wire?
Well, whatever. The Wire.
You ever see The Wire?
Sake. Nah. But like,
Season one
those
is
shows,
awesome. Yeah, it's
but
awesome.
See? Thank you, John.
Those shows leave you going, shit, I need to tune in next week.
Right.
I find watching Monday Night Raw, it's just like, all right, guys, see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Why am I going to tune in for next week? What is going to make me invest into, like, going, okay, now I need to know what's going to happen next week?
Mhm.
Doing a 3-hour show, you can't really do that, because it's like just basically trying to get as many guys on the show as you can to get as much bullshit over as they can. I don't know. There's nothing that doesn't leave anything for people to go, yeah, we need to do it. But for him to say, even joke about going to a 4-hour show, is he even taking the business that seriously?
No. No.
I think he was just joking. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm hoping he was joking.
Yeah.
It was probably a clip. Someone probably asked him about, something on the financial end. He joked about doing something for 4 hours because it'll, whatever, increase profits by like 5% or some shit. I'm sure he was joking.
Yeah,
I think maybe it was cut off a little bit. Like, if somebody paid for it, I would put it
Right.
on 4 hours,
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Angel, you got any thoughts on this one?
Fuck no. That's a shoot, kid. That shit is fucking bullshit.
That's a
Yeah.
fucking
Bullshit.
Even my boy right here doesn't even give a fuck.
All right, so the last topic that we've got down here is Alistair Overeem is
Ovaries?
trolling Alistair Overeem.
Oh, Sizzling?
The Ream.
The Ream, baby, trolls WWE superstars as lame and bad acting.
Whoa. What is the Ream doing? Damn. I used to love Ream when he was Uber Ream, if you remember, all juiced up on the steroids.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he was on horse meat. Holy moly, he was a killer. Even when he fought Lesnar that first fight, and then obviously he got caught after.
Yeah.
He was a
That body kick.
beast. Oh man, he was a friggin' beast. He might be
Oh, yeah,
right
he was
about
one.
the bad acting, but he was a monster. Even when he fought in Dream and then K won that one year, he was on a fire. But then, of course, they test him, and you can't be on the horse meat over here. And then he started losing fights. But man, put him back on that horse meat, let him fight whoever. I think that'd be awesome.
He'll be a fucking beast. Even Nagana fucking knocked him out, man. Ooh, and made his head snap back like a Slim Jim. Snap
But
into it.
do you think him trolling WWE superstars is him trying to get the attention of WWE?
Yes.
Yep. 100%.
Looking for a contract, or maybe some money, or maybe a one-off. Saudi Arabia or something. Who knows?
Yeah, because he knows that his career. I'm not making fun of him, but at a certain. I mean, how old is he now? Like
41, I think.
Yeah,
41.
41.
His career is like going. Yeah, I'm not saying downhill, but the older you get, you're not valuable. You know how many times Dana White is always like, well, Iceman and all these motherfuckers, they are older, and Tyrone Woodley. Oh yeah, he's 40 something or 39 or whatever. It's just. Once you get a certain age, you lose a couple fights or 3 fights. They're like, "Yo, he's done, man. He doesn't have it anymore." So now he's looking for the next big thing, just like a Shamrock. He wants to do the next Shamrock wrestling.
Yeah, so
But
they cut him and he's in Glory. So I mean, which is an open contract. He can fight wherever. So he's probably looking for another deal.
But Overeem just doesn't seem like he's got he doesn't really seem like a personality though. Like he's like when you see him talk, he's very I don't want to say monotone, but he's very
blah.
boring. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's like I don't know. I think
Yeah, but
Give him a manager.
But look at fucking there's some wrestlers that not wrestlers, but MMA fighters that transition to fucking wrestling. Dan Severns, fucking
Severn.
yeah. I put
You remember-
S in that motherfucker.
You remember Caldor? You remember
Who?
Caldor? Caldor.
Ain't that the fucking to take me away when you sit in the tub?
The greatest store of all time, Caldor.
Yeah, So I used to, my friends called it Caldors. I call it Caldors to this day.
That's what my
Caldors.
grandmother used to call it because it was
Caldors.
across the street from our house. Yeah, I'm going to Caldors.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you don't remember that?
Nope.
Wow,
I don't remember that motherfucker.
almost
You
like
gotta
a
show me
Bradley's or like a
Like
department
Bradley's.
store.
Yeah.
Like one of those department stores. I used to go and they used to have wrestling figures. That's why I like to go in Caldor.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I remember that.
I
Andrew,
have
you're old
no
like
idea
me,
what-
man. You remember.
No, I don't remember that
what you guys
shit.
are talking about.
Really?
No, I got to see a picture of it. Maybe I'll see it. If I see it, I'll know.
Who Caldor?
CALDOR.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all of the topics for this week, guys. So
Well, also fucking Blackman, he fucking didn't have no
Hold up.
personality.
Blackman had zero personality.
But so he can make it.
I mean, you could be a badass. Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion. You know.
Piers, did you intentionally skip one, or because of time, or did you just skip it?
no,
It's our fucking show. We make it last a long time.
Number 11, you missed it.
number 11. Oh,
Yeah,
Triple H.
dude.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
last
dude.
one. So Triple H talks about potential in-ring return.
I never knew he left.
I mean, when was the last time you had a match?
No,
Like
but he
2
never
years
said,
ago?
I'll retire. You know, he just said, okay, I had my match and I bounced. I'm back to my suit and tie.
Did you see that AJ Styles said that he asked him to wrestle WrestleMania last year, and he said he couldn't get in shape because he was too busy?
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. Which I commend him for saying, because he wants to be in Triple H shape, not
He doesn't want to embarrass himself.
right. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
But
he's
AJ
probably-
would be perfect to like make him look good, though.
yeah,
Make all the
perfect.
bumps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
but Triple H is vain. He wants to make sure his body's right. You know, no matter if
Yeah.
AJ Styles makes him look good.
yeah.
mean,
He probably looks great compared to Little Rosses, but for him, he just looks okay. He needs to get back on the juice and fucking diet and fucking get on some Winstrol and fucking lean up a little bit, which he could be doing now and probably wrestle AJ Styles next year before he goes to AEW in fucking 2023.
it wouldn't be a surprise.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I think that with Triple H as well, like the fact that he sort of did say, "Hey, look, I can't get in shape, don't have enough time to get in shape for it."
Look,
he's a performer first and foremost, and I think that he does have to, like in his mind, he's known as being a big body guy, like in the last years. So,
well, my opinion is this: he's getting too old. He needs to chill out because before you know it, he'll be from Triple H to Cripple H. And he needs to just chill. Just stick in the office, do a couple matches once in a while, and and that's it. Just but he wants to do like Vince does and shit. Just keep doing what Vince used to do and just fucking like be a off and on wrestler. Which is fine. That's his business.
Yeah.
Remember Z-Man, Tom Zink?
Oh yeah, Tom
Yeah,
Zink.
yeah.
He used to have like those articles. I think it was a Wrestles on one of those sites. He used to call him lame game Cripple H, and just like kind of make fun of him. I just popped in my head. I'm like,
Did he really?
It's so random. It's so random and
Lame
stupid.
game
When you
Cripple
said that, I'm
H.
like, oh, Z-Man used to call him that.
Tom Zink.
I wonder whatever happened to the Z-Man.
R.I.P.
yeah,
Did he really?
passed away a few years ago,
Really?
yeah.
A couple of years ago, yeah. I don't
Shit,
know what.
did he?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
he did. He did. I
Young
forgot
age
about
too.
that.
I think he was only mid-50s. I think, yeah.
You're
God,
close to
wow.
that.
He died of a
You're close to
heart
that,
attack.
Mega, because you're like a week older
It
than
might
me.
have been
So
a
you
heart
be
attack. Yeah.
you be biting that dust before I do. Yeah.
I'm good, brother. Got the gimmicks.
Got the gimmicks.
I'm good.
Well, hey man, I think this was a good show, man.
It was
Even
good,
though Pierce got emotional because we were tearing him a new asshole about the fucking Becky Lynch shit, so but that's what this show's all about, man. Fucking getting hot
Fucking
under the
Pierce.
collar. Huh?
Fucking Pierce is hot. He did pop for Becky Lynch though.
Yeah,
He
he
was
did.
doing a watch along.
He
Oh,
fucking took
Becky
off-
Lynch!
He took off his shirt and ran around the living room like it was fucking goal. Just doing all that shit.
Oh, why did we talk about fucking Goldberg?
Oldberg, what about him?
What's there to say about that old fuck?
What about him?
No, I was actually surprised that it went longer than like 2 minutes. I was shocked.
I mean, I seen more action in Pierce's bedroom than I seen in that match.
Yo, Pierce got 3 kids though. I've seen. That's
He just
Pierce
had a baby. Come on.
There you go.
My
But,
wife has a
but
baby,
talking about
man.
Goldberg, did you read the article that he's like, yeah, my son, going into business, and if he does, he'll be the chip off the old block type of fucking bullshit. Like what
Oh,
the shits? 2 pieces of turd, old turd and new turd.
You know what? Let me
Physically,
ask
he
you about
looks
that.
great though for his age. He looks great.
That's
though.
fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, he does. He does.
But that SummerSlam spot where his son jumps on Bobby Lashley's back, and then Bobby
Fucking
Lashley
stupid.
puts
Go
him
ahead,
in the
I'm sorry.
fucking in the full Nelson, and the commentator's going, "Let him go, let him." I'm like, this kid fucking got involved.
Dude, you know what I would have
fuck?
done? You know what
You know
I
what I
would have
mean? Like-
done? I would have grabbed the kid instead of putting him in the gimmick. I would have went under his legs, picked his legs up, and then put my hands over. Just fucking so he's like a fucking crab and just fucking start crushing him like that.
I would have had the shoot security guys, not fucking indie guys wearing security t-shirts or fucking polos. Shoot security guys, go in there right after son and have Lashley fuck them all up and then fuck up his son. Get some real fucking heat.
Yeah.
Like, how do you let some little punk kid come in there and not do anything? Oh, it's part of the show. Again, if you want the shit to be real, make it real.
Well,
yeah. I would have definitely grabbed the security. I would have grabbed like the security. He would have tried to running security, grabbed his leg while he's trying to get through the ropes and a big boot to the face. Boom!
Yeah.
Grab the kid and beat the brakes off.
Well, what if
Seemed
they
like the
did
crowd
this?
was chanting for this kid to get beat up too.
It did. But what if Lashley, if you want to make him a monster heel,
Mhm.
have him roll out of the ring like he's got the belt, they've raised his hand, yeah, he's the champion. He looks over like that, sees Goldberg's kid sitting there, sees Goldberg laying out, puts the belt down, rolls out to the ring, grabs his son, throws him in the ring,
They already did that.
power bombs him, picks him up again, power bombs him again. Therefore, you've already got this kid who has just been pulled into it. He did nothing wrong. You've made Goldberg even more of a baby face because you give him that sympathy, that you give the kid the sympathy, and then Lashley becomes a piece of shit heel that's just basically picking on a 16-year-old kid and fucking a 16-year-old kid up. Wouldn't that have made more sense as a thing? Because
because then you get people watching it, and then you get these fans going to shows, egging on people saying, do something to me, do something to me, do something to me. And you're forcing the fans to really.
The kid would not have been doing it. He would have just been sitting there seeing his dad get fucked up, and then Lashley go.
No, but if Lashley goes and grabs him when Piers goes to the show, 18-year-old, 21-year-old Piers, he's gonna fuck with wrestlers so much that he wants them to grab him, and then it becomes real, and then it becomes a liability. You don't want to fucking start grabbing people out of the audience plan to
See, this is how I would have.
Him jumping over the barricade, that doesn't give fans.
No, this is what I would have done. This is how I would have done it. Since Goldberg already had the knee injury, right? He was already fucked up. That's when Lashley would have been beating his ass, and then after he won the match, start whooping on his dad's ass. Just to beat him the brakes off him. Son jumps in, slides in, begs Lashley, please. You know, my dad's already hurt. You won. You got him. Begging the guy. Lashley does the typical, hey, kid, all right, it's over. It's okay. You know, the kid gets up, okay, you know, everything's cool. Turns around, fucking turns the kid, power bomb him, boom, or beat the brakes off him. Right there, that shows to me, that's how I would have done it because the kid's there to defend his dad. And then and the kid thought everything was over, and then Lashley beats his ass. That makes him a monster heel.
I wouldn't have had the fucking kid involved anyway. Stay your ass at fucking home.
I know, but if they wanted to do that, John, your opinion, you think it's the shits?
I didn't like the way it was executed, and the crowd kind of killed it too, obviously, because Goldberg's supposed to be the face. His kid getting beat up is not supposed to get cheared. But when is the rematch here? Because that can't be the end of the feud, right?
He only got three more on his contract, yeah.
Right. So when the hell, once are they going to wrestle in Saudi Arabia, Survivor Series? I mean, when are we going to see a rematch? Because is Goldberg legit hurt? Seemed like he is.
This is what's going to happen. They're going to do it at Survivor Series. That has an S, just to let you know. And And the thing is, have his son as one of the third men.
No, fuck off.
They fucking gave the tag titles to fucking Braun Strowman and that little motherfucker.
Oh God, yeah.
So why not?
Fucking referee's kid. Either when Survivor's like November, like
yeah, it's Thanksgiving time, like maybe like in the end of October, close to like.
I'm thinking,
let me bring it up.
I'm thinking it'll be the blow off will be WrestleMania after Lashley loses the belt to whoever.
That's a fucking long, like WrestleMania. So next,
dude, remember when fucking what was a Rock challenge whoever at Cena. One WrestleMania? Yeah, Cena for the following fucking WrestleMania. That was a year, and the dude was gone. They could do it.
Yeah,
you could do it, baby. You could do it,
and you could do it where you can have Goldberg make an appearance once a month.
Yeah.
Good, with Lashley. And then he could work, just say, Lashley works whoever. I'm throwing a name out there, fucking some face, whoever, at Royal Rumble and have Goldberg cost Lashley a title at Royal Rumble. And then they get the blow off a showdown match at WrestleMania.
I can't even find it for that time.
Makes sense.
Because I think he is hurt. I mean, the dude was like limping to the ring.
Yeah,
Goldberg
He's
was.
definitely injured.
So he's hurt. So he probably won't be back for Survivor's Series. Survivors.
The Goldberg's got to be old.
November
Like, he's gotta be
21st.
At least 50.
November
3 days before
21st.
Thanksgiving. Yep.
September, October.
Yeah, he could be healed by that time.
It can be healed. Yeah.
I know.
Well, we will see, man. But let's close off the show, man. We've been on for like 15 minutes over, which is fine. Gives us more micro content for motherfuckers to do. Anyway.
John, thanks for coming on the show, man. Really appreciate it. It was
John,
great
man,
having you.
Since you got that excellent voice, why don't you go give us one of these, hit our sponsors, man, with that luscious voice of yours. Give him Health Fate, man, because that's something that he could flow with.
Sleeves. Yes, go to sleeves.com. Use the promo code MWA Pod. Got a lot of good shit on there. That's I like that sleeve. I really liking that sleeve. The elephant on the underwear is not bad either. That's kind of cool. Kind of a little bit of a nice segue, for your lady. That'd be nice, or fellow, whichever you prefer. But that's pretty nice there. Sleeves code MWA Pod, of course.
There you go. It's like wiping my ass with silk, brother. That voice is like silky.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna say this one, Health Fate, man. If you definitely want to get your health on, with nicotine. Okay. Mega, you finish it off, man. I can't say it, man. He's killing me.
Oh.
For all your healthy vaping alternatives, head to healthvape.com.
Thank you, Piers.
Use promo code MWA Pod. All products have no nicotine, no harmful or addictive chemicals, and they are vitamin infused. So if you were like me, you're an ex-cigarette smoker, you are now a vapor person, you use the vape gimmick, this is your way off it, guys, to use a healthy alternative. So check out some of their vape and pod products. Get a 10% discount on us by using promo code MWA Pod for your special 10% discount.
I'm never going to do that promo again, man. I'm done with Health Fate. I'll just drop the word.
I got you.
Unhealthy chemicals. But anyway, man, hey, fans out there, thanks for, Mega, man, I'm tired of closing off the show. Why don't you close this bitch off, man?
Yo, it's the ghetto prophet himself, King Mega, here. Special guest appearance by, that works, my boy, John Poz from the Two Man Power Show, and then my man, the Segway King himself, fucking Angel is fucking my man Piers Austin, and the King of the Cock showing up. Look
how fat my cock is, so plush and
fat
juicy.
cock himself, Kingpin. And watch us. You are watching us on Vince Russo's Realm Network. Be sure to subscribe and watch all of our shows on the MWA Network. This is King Mega, Piers Austin, the Kingpin, Angel, and John Poz. We out. Peace.